G'day and welcome, I'm Dampiir again with another little video tutorial. Again, this one is on how to set up a dedicated server for Outpost Zero. This is going to be a shortened, condensed version. There's a little bit of information that's changed since I did the last video. So I'm just going to go through my Steam guide that I put together for this. I'm going to read through the text version and just smash through it, okay? So first thing you need is to download and install Steam CMD. If you don't have that, just Google Steam CMD and go to the website here for it. It's got instructions on how to download and install that. Once you've got that, make sure you're doing this on a separate machine too. Unreal Engine 4 doesn't really like you're running a dedicated server and the game on the same machine. It is possible to do, but it's tricky and unreliable, and no one's really going to offer you much support if you do that because it's not supposed to be done. So, moving on. Okay, once you've got Steam CMD installed, then you run it, obviously. And then this is my little text file. It's got all the data I need to install and update servers. So first thing you do is log in, so we can copy that. Okay, that's logging in, and then we grab app_update 762880 validate. Let it do its thing. That won't take too long. This is just validating because I've already got it installed, as you can see from the shortcut up here. Okay, that might take a minute, so we're just going to switch back to the other machine for a second. Okay, this is the Steam store page for Outpost Zero. If you scroll down and go to view discussions down here on the right, and then go to the README article by Ender, have a read of that, and then click this link that will take you to the Google Doc that they put together, which is like an FAQ, frequently asked questions, and it's got some very useful information on here. For anyone wondering, you no longer need the beta key, as you just saw me doing, logged in anonymously with Steam CMD, so you don't need the beta key anymore, which is great. I still highly recommend joining their Discord. They respond pretty quick usually, obviously except for when they're sleeping. They are people as well, but when they're online they usually respond pretty quick to any problems people have. You've also got all your other links here, and of course all of this other information is still relevant for installing and running your server. So take note here, in your game ini file, I still recommend not using the default game ini, but in the game ini file, this is how you set up your admins, and you can't put a password on the server as yet, but a little workaround for that is here it says max number of players 16, you'd make that 0, and then make a plus Steam ID line for each person that you want to be able to join the server, and put their Steam 64 ID, and that should, one person said that it wasn't working for them, but I think everyone else that's been trying it said it has worked. If you do it like that, then it's basically making the server private, if you want to run a private server without randoms coming in ruining your good old fun. Okay, and that's about it. There is obviously more information here. There's another guide here by Nemesis, which is pretty good. And I think that was it. Okay, so yeah, let's get out of that. So here we go. That guy is he validated, and he had to download something at the end there apparently. Cool, done. So that's it. And for those wondering, to update your server, you just go through the same process. Log in anonymous, and then app update 762.880 validate, and that's how you update. Okay, because the validate there, it checks the current version of all your files for your server, and if it doesn't match the latest version, it'll download a new file. Maybe there's been a couple of updates in the last 24 hours. They did like an update, and then they've done a couple of small patches to fix things. There could be another one now, I'm not sure, I'll have to have a look, but that's how you do it. You just update like that. And make sure you type quit. Okay, once that's done, let's see. Whoop, no, let's not do that. Go to common. Okay, so this is your Steam CMD folder. Wherever you've installed it to. I highly recommend going into Steam apps and then making a shortcut for your common folder, which is what I did obviously here. See, it takes you straight into where all your servers will be downloaded to through Steam CMD. So if we're going to Outpost Zero, Windows Server, and then here we have the run server.bat. If you open this, and you'll see there's some information in here. What you want to do is hold right click, drag, make a copy. I'm not going to do that because I've got one here. This is my Outpost Zero server.bat. I copied the run server.bat and then renamed it. And when you do that, you'll notice in the run server bat down the bottom here it says start run server.bat, which is this file. Okay, so if you do as I have, you make a copy of the file, then you rename it, then you need to put that name in this last line here. Okay, excuse me, otherwise it won't work. So do that. Once that's done, then make a shortcut for that on your desktop. Okay, then we want to go into survival game. Go into config, default game.ini. Just open it up. Scroll down to where it's got server settings. Copy that whole block of code. Control C. And then we want to go back to survival game and go into the saved folder. Then into the config folder that's in there, Windows Server, and then to the game.ini. And oh, look at that! Mine has actually, when I did that validate, it overwrit the data. Great, that's fine. So, excuse me. So what you want to do is put the name of your server in here. And max number of players, I'm just going to go with 32. Steam ID. Give me 1 second, I just need to grab my... Where is it? Where'd I put it? There. Okay. That's my Steam 64 ID. I'm not going to try and hide it because there's no point. Some people go, oh, don't show that to everyone. Why not? You can just go to my Steam profile, get the link for my profile, put it in steam.io and get it anyway. It's not private information. As soon as you join someone's server that's run through Steam, your Steam 64 ID will pop up in the server log, so whatever. Anyway, put all your information in like this. So this is the name of our server, number of players. I'm going to be admin. If you want to add another admin, you simply... actually, you know what? We'll just copy that whole line. You just add a new line with their Steam 64 ID. Okay? And that will add them as an admin. Simple as that. Okay, and there you've just seen it done live. That's how you update the game ini, IONI, whatever you want to call it. And done. That's it. That's all you got to do. So your saved data for your server will be in saved games. So if you go survival game, saved, save games. this is all your save data, okay, for your server. And if you play solo and you go into your Steam installation folder for the game, there'll be a similar setup, and that's where your save data will be. You got logs here, obviously it's self-explanatory, and that's it, guys. That's really it. It's so simple and easy to do. And then you just run your bat file. You get 2 pop-ups. This first one, that first one, you can minimize. Don't close, but minimize that if you like. And that's it. I'm just going to cut the video here while this loads. It only takes 30 seconds maybe, if that. But I'm just going to quickly cut so you're not sitting here. And that's it. So here we go. Once you see this last line here, Steam session started. That means your server is loaded, excuse me, and connected to the Steam servers. Okay, so yeah, you just go check your server list, and alright, so there's our server, AU Black Talons. Okay, 0 of 32, 10 ping. So all you got to do is, if you're hosting it on a machine in the same network that you're playing from, aka from home or work or whatever, then just look for the lowest ping. So, and as you can see by all these other pings, this is why I host my own server, because there's no other servers hosted in Australia as far as I know. But that's it. That's all you got to do. And it's running. Okay, you're free to join our server if you want. It's just default settings. Don't grief other players. If someone comes on our Discord and says, hey, this guy is like annoying the crap out of us, then you know it'll be looked into, and if it's deemed that you're griefing someone, we will kick you. Simple as that. Okay, that's it. So thanks again for watching. I'm going to put all the links in the channel description. Leave any questions in the comments, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.